Are we live? All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the first annual Toy Box Summit. Yes, I'm Allison Petrick, Disney Infinity's community manager, and I want to thank everyone tuning in at home, and of course, all of you here in Salt Lake City. For everyone tuning in at home, we have 3 hours of must-see Disney Infinity TV, so please sit back and enjoy. And I do want to give you guys a friendly reminder that we are taking questions, so tweet at us using hashtag Disney Infinity or comment in the chat, and those will be asked later at the panel. So now it is my pleasure to bring up John Blackburn and executive producer John Vignacchi.
Hey. We don't need this, do we?
Hello?
I think that's yours. Hey, thanks everybody. We definitely want to welcome everybody out to the first annual Toy Box Summit here in Salt Lake. This is totally a surprise to us that it, got this big. I think, JV recommended this a while ago, and it was something that we're very excited to actually have, kind of come to life.
There's so many of you guys out there that care. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for coming. Yeah, this is totally awesome. So real quick here, we're going to jump in and talk a little bit about where we've been with Disney Infinity, where we're going. That's our names.
So we're gonna move on from that pretty quickly. Very first thing we want to do is thank all of the artists that have created all the amazing content in the toy boxes that you guys have done over the course of the past whole year. It's been absolutely amazing right now.
Yeah, actually, we've got people here from as far away as England, Germany, and France here in Salt Lake City, all to be the first to experience Disney Infinity 2.0 and all the improvements that we've made. Let there be light. All of the improvements that we've made inside the toy box mode.
I think when we look at it, I think there's been over 231 of the submissions that have come in from this group, as far as what has been created and to be shared with the community and seen on the Toy Box TV on the weekly countdown.
Yeah, that's a great show, isn't it?
Oh.
Do you watch it every week?
Mostly. We've been a little busy finishing the game.
Yeah, just a little bit busy finishing the game. So guys, what we wanted to do is have you take a look at some of our favorite toy box from all the featured artists that are here in the crowd with us right now.
All right. That should roll?
I believe so. All right, give it up one last time for everybody. My hands are stinging from clapping so much, but it's worth it. It's worth it to do it for all you guys.
All right, so I think most of you here know or have heard in some of our previous conversations about this that when we tried to come up with the idea for Infinity, we were really inspired by the whole idea of how we played with toys when we were kids, how our kids play with toys, and that idea that we wanted to create something that in the video game space could really replicate that same type of creativity. And we think that coming from Disney, that's really one of the most important things that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. We always talk about how the Toy Box mode was intended for you to become the Disney storyteller. It's all about you taking all of your favorite toys, dumping them out on your living room floor, and playing with them however you want to. And that's what we tried to capture in digital form inside of that Toy Box mode.
So, as most of you know, I mean, Disney is really it's an awesome place where we can make memories with all of our families. And so, when you're looking at like the pictures here, sometimes it's at the theme parks, but we really wanted to make something special that you could also do now in video games as well.
Yeah, I mean, whether that's, an exciting trip to one of our parks or around the world, or a ride on our cruise, or even an adventure for a few hours in the theaters, Disney's all about making memories. And at Disney Interactive, what we wanted to do with Disney Infinity is come up with what the interactive meaning of Disney is when it comes to video games.
So we really bought into this idea that when you sit down and are playing this game with your kids, or your kids are playing with each other,
or you're playing by yourself.
That's going to create memories for you, that these little interactive moments that you're having, whether it be on the iPad version or on the console versions, those things are going to be the things that you then tie into, and that hopefully as your kids grow up, they'll remember that that's what they did with you.
Yeah, we say internally it's the interactive moments and Disney memories that we try to deliver with Disney Infinity.
All right, but then as it comes down, and today, and thank you so much for coming, and we're so appreciative that you actually came out to do this. We really knew that our community was a huge part and critical to our success.
Yeah, actually it took us by surprise. I mean, how much you guys actually took the Toy Box mode and built an incredible community around Infinity was surprising and flattering and humbling to everyone on the development team. I mean, we've got so many amazing community members that are here today, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like John and I had mentioned last night at dinner, we're hoping that we're going to be able to do this every year and celebrate Disney Infinity together as time goes on.
So, obviously, every week, all of you have put your heart and soul into so many of these creations that we've had here. I mean, you'll see them, kind of scrolling by. But these are a lot of the challenges that have actually been won and going through.
Yeah, and so we've highlighted a lot of these on Toy Box TV, and we'll continue to do that as 2.0 comes out. We're going to have all new episodes of Toy Box TV. We're encouraging all of you out there in the community to build incredible new toy boxes. And the Toy Box mode has really taken on a life of its own. In terms of total accounts created, we've had over 3 million Disney ID accounts created. So those are people that are actually inside the Toy Box creating, building, sharing with each other.
On top of that, we've had over 500,000 toy boxes submitted and shared with friends.
And shout out to Allison, who's been a huge part of going through, and her team, all those amazing toy boxes. 13 million toy boxes downloaded, something that we totally didn't expect, and needed to improve our servers to make sure we could handle all the bandwidth that was coming from people downloading.
All right, but one of the things that we really feel is the best part about the community is the diversity that we've got here. It's not only boys, but surprisingly for us, a lot more boys play games than girls normally, but within Disney Infinity, we've actually had far more girls actually play this and really respond to the play here. But it's not just that. It's also the parents.
It's adults, yeah. I mean, I think as you guys just saw when we look at the video, and a lot of you out there in the audience, I mean, a lot of you guys are adults as well. So whether that's moms and dads that are using Disney Infinity as a way to connect with their kids, or it's the non-parent adults, the core gamers like me that just own cats and like Disney Infinity, our game has become something really for everyone, and we love it.
All right, so as all of you know, Disney Infinity 1.0 is just the beginning. So we're really here to talk about 2.0 today.
Woo!
Thank everybody else. So let's jump into that right now. So.
Yeah, that's right. So the countdown for the next chapter of Disney Infinity begins today, or has been going on, but today we're officially going to celebrate it because our launch of Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes will be on September 23rd.
So we're on all the platforms that we could support here. We've got the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, the Vita. We've got Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U, and all the iOS platforms as well.
PC.
PC.
Windows
Sorry.
8. Go on and on. If you're a fan of Disney Infinity, we've got a platform for you, I promise. But you know, what the thing that a lot of you guys know all about this, but let's talk about some of the things that you guys can look forward to with Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes, starting first with the starter pack. And we're going to give a quick overview of what that is. So back in April, we announced officially that the Marvel Superheroes were going to be joining Disney Infinity. It's the next kind of big family franchise that's joining Disney Infinity. And inside of our starter pack, we're going to have Iron Man, Thor, as well as Black Widow. You're also going to have the Avengers playset piece. You're going to have 2 new toy box games that any character inside of the Marvel Universe can participate in. And eventually, after you beat that mode, Disney characters as well. So that's a quick look at our starter pack, which will be available September 23rd.
So then we also have, obviously, the Spider-Man playset. We've announced this a while ago. The whole idea here is we've spent a ton of time as a team on really making sure that the Spider-Man mechanics, all the swinging, all those kind of things, you'll be able to experience that here today, are just dead on. I think we've really done a good job, and I'm really extremely proud of what the team has come up with on how easy and accessible, yet also how super heroic you feel as you're playing Spider-Man throughout that playset.
It's totally true. In fact, Nova is another character that comes inside the Spider-Man playset, which will also be available September 23rd. And as a lot of you had asked, you had wanted characters that could cross over from one playset to another in the first version of the game. That didn't make a lot of sense for a character like Buzz Lightyear to appear inside of Pirates of the Caribbean, but in the case of the Marvel characters, they can and often do cross over. Nova is actually one of our many crossover characters that we have from the Marvel Superheroes collection, and he will cross over not only into Avengers, but also Guardians of the Galaxy. Speaking of which...
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Boom!
So, it's actually really fun.
About that movie, huh?
It's obviously been a huge hit, at the movie theaters. But realistically, we've been working on this for quite a while now, and so we really knew, the story. We've had a long time to get to know, Peter Quill and all the rest of the heroes in here. So we've got Star-Lord and Gamora that come as part of the starter pack on this one. But then you can also pick up your favorite gun-toting raccoon, as well as Groot and Drax the Destroyer on this.
Yeah, in fact, Rocket and Groot actually have a team-up move. If you guys remember in the early announced trailer that we did for Disney Infinity 2.0, you saw actually that move. And so Rocket and Groot will be able to team up in that way, as you saw inside the film.
So, but we're also here, we're Disney Infinity, so we've got a whole new cast of Disney characters that are joining the lineup as well.
Yeah, so I mean, when we were working on the first version of the game, everyone was asking us, "Where's the Marvel characters?" And then when we made the announcement, it's like, "Where's all my favorite Disney characters?" So the fact of the matter is, we are bringing lots of new Disney characters. We've made a whole bunch of announcements, and there are more announcements to come. So we had asked you guys about a year ago on Facebook, kind of anonymously, what characters would you like to see join the Disney Infinity platform? And we're happy to announce that all the characters that you requested are the ones that we put inside of the game.
So when we really went back through the results, Stitch, surprising hit. He had 3 times the number of votes of any other single character on there. So, and then after we went through with that, Merida, been coming out as a strong princess at that point in time, and then Jasmine, Aladdin,
yep.
And then not least Tink.
Yeah.
So of those characters, we brought all those ones in based on primarily on that fan poll.
And we knew that we couldn't have Mickey without Donald, and so it was obviously essential that we integrated Donald. And as you guys saw in the trailer, I guess it was just this past week at Gamescom where we officially made the announcement, Donald's coming, and he is a ton of fun to play with.
All right. So as we move forward, one of the things that we really focused on, and we knew that was the heart of this, the toy box is the thing with Disney Infinity that's going to keep moving forward over the course of time. So we're going to be adding more and more features to that. We will be getting into this a little bit more deeply as we move forward here this morning, and we'll have a lot of our community guys that have been hired to come on and really help out with kind of hoping to get you through the learning curve really quickly with all the stuff that we've added, but we've got a whole lot of new stuff to cover on this. And we've got a phone going off. So
when rethinking the Toy Box experience and everything that we wanted to deliver in the 2.0 edition of Toy Box, we took all of your feedback to heart. I mean, as a lot of you guys know, all of us, whether it's Allison, myself, or Tony at the Disney Infinity Twitter handle, we listen to you guys all the time, and we do as much as we can to respond to all the questions that you have and all the feature requests that you have. So John and I thought it'd be fun if we actually counted down the top 10 things that we've been hearing from you guys and talk about how we've addressed that inside of Disney Infinity 2.0.
So number one, make it easier for me to build. Now, that might not have been a problem for this group as much as it was with some of the other people out there, but really people were responding to, hey, how can I actually get in here and build the creations that I want more easily? So what we've really done here is now all the procedural generation of things, make it easy to build out that base stuff, and then you can go through and put on all of the extra icing for, on the cake.
That's right. All right, guys, help me with this. Ready? Number 9. Next time I do it, you're going to do it with me. Actually, you'll do number 8 with John. Okay, number 9. I want to save time when building. John Blackburn, tell me about that.
So now, when you're going in to start building, you've got a bunch of different ways that you can do that. We will help you with that with some of the builders that we have. When you've actually got new toy box features that you can go ahead and just build out the whole world before you get into it. There are a myriad of ways that we're going to do that. We've got the brushes, we've got templates, all sorts of different things. We'll hit some of those as we get to...
Ready? Number 8. That's right.
All right.
Oh, you guys learn so fast.
Help me create real games.
So we've added templates. I mean, the thing is this. A lot of you guys are in the audience right now. You're total pros when it comes to the logic toys inside the game. But not everyone is. And so what we want to do is empower everyone to feel like they can be game creators. And we think that we've done that with what we're calling these templates. You put these templates down inside the world that you've created, and very quickly you've got a racing game. You've got a collection game.
It has all the rule sets built into each one of those. You can just move things around and edit them as you would like to see them. So it really is a shortcut to getting a very cool space and a very cool game right off the bat.
All right, and number 7. Let me inside, man.
So this is all about, we wanted interiors. We wanted some place to where you could go through and create your own space inside of here. Now, we realistically think that a lot of this is going to become, I'm doing interiors of buildings, so I'm making houses and those kind of things, but I can also go through and make dungeons. So if you want to make a Zelda game, you could go through and create, you've got your top stuff, you can go through a door, you can then go down into the dungeon. So this is something that we really want to go ahead and allow user creativity to express themselves however you want, and we really felt like you needed to be inside to be able to do that too.
That's right, and someone asked the other day on Twitter, and if you're watching, the answer to the question is yes, we do have elevators inside of interiors as well.
All right.
So here we go, ready? And number 6. Let me save more toy boxes. 100 is not enough, John Blackburn.
So
what are we gonna do?
We're a little surprised with that, but it's cool that that's been a problem.
I totally remember this too, because we were like, who's gonna download 100 of these? But apparently, 13 million toy boxes later, there's a lot of people are.
So now we can support 100,000 of these. You can have 300 on your own system. So I guess Chad's happy
yeah,
with
big
that.
clap there.
So from a community sharing standpoint, we'll be able to do that. And then I think actually that might lead into maybe the next point here.
Number 5. Let me share with my friends.
So this is all about, we knew that people would want to share these things, but we also feel like family safety is a very important thing. And so we really wanted to make sure that we set up rules that would allow parents to let their kids engage with this however that they wanted to. So this time around though, if you have a friend, you will be able to mark them as such, send your toy box up to the cloud, and then you can share with them when they are not inside of it. So they can go up and see your toy boxes that you have, download those, play with those. You can then join them, obviously in a network session like you could on Infinity 1, but we feel like this is a really cool thing for people.
Yeah, and something that you guys had asked for.
So,
all right, number 4. You go ahead.
How about more toys and vehicles?
Yeah. So you guys had wanted to see more toys, more vehicles. You wanted more weapons to play with. You wanted more vehicles to drive inside of. So not only do we have brand new stuff that's of course coming from the Disney side, we also have amazing stuff coming that's inspired by Marvel.
So if you want to drive the monster truck, electric light parade float. We've got that. We've done a lot of the same kind of fun things that we were able to do last year. Bring all those things in, have a little bit of fun with some of the different
Yeah, I mean, whether it's elements from the parks like you see right here with the Main Street Electrical Parade, or elements from Guardians of the Galaxy or other incredible Marvel franchises, you asked and we tried to deliver.
All right, so number 3.
Number 3.
We've got more adventures for all of my characters.
So we know that you guys really wanted a lot more structured gameplay. It's a lot of things that people had said, it's great that you're releasing characters like Anna and Elsa and Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope, but I want structured gameplay around these characters. And we wanted to make it so that every character, whether Marvel or Disney, could participate inside of these games, which is why a lot of them take place inside the Toy Box mode. And we think that with our Toy Box games, we've created something that you guys are really going to like and that we're going to evolve over time. So in the beginning, for 2.0, inside of the Marvel Superhero Starter Pack, you're going to have 2 Toy Box games. One's a dungeon crawler, and then the other one's a tower defense game. Those are 2 very popular gaming genres in the video game space. And so you're actually going to be able to go and use your characters and play inside of those modes. But of course, the logic toys that are all a part of those modes will allow some of our most amazing creators that are here in the audience to go and create their own tower defense maps or go and create their own versions of the dungeon crawler. So we're very, very excited about that new type of structured play that we're introducing inside of 2.0.
All right, so we're down to number 2.
Number 2.
All right. Let's have a Toy Box starter pack with my Disney characters.
Yeah, I think like this one, we got a lot of messages from the community saying, well, what if I'm, not like the biggest Marvel superfan in the world? What if I'm a Disney fan? And we're answering that, and we're going to have more details about it next week with a starter pack that is dedicated to Disney, and specifically the Toy Box mode.
All right, and now here we are.
Number 1.
Okay. Bring us out to Avalanche so that we can be the first to play with the game.
Done.
Huh?
Done and done.
All right, so everybody's here. So now, as we move on, let's take a sneak peek at the all-new Toy Box that we've got and some of the features that we've just been talking about right now.
Let's roll the clip.
Welcome to the Disney Infinity Toy Box 2.0 edition, where the power to create your own worlds and games just got super. And not only because you have new toys to play with. Now you have new tools to play with, and you'll discover improvements to the old tools. But remain calm. All Disney Infinity 1.0 characters and power discs are compatible with the 2.0 Toy Box. And so are your 1.0 Toy Boxes and other saved content. But now you have the power to enhance your existing Toy Box creations with new 2.0 features.
Sweet Christmas!
Define the beginning and ending of your games and track who wins. Use the Challenge Maker, Remote Controller, and Text Creator. Create a massive adventure with multiple levels. And if you're not in the mood to build, your starter pack comes with 2 Toy Box game discs. Each contains a pre-made game that you can start playing right away. Choose from one of the pre-built Toy Box elements as a starting point for your creations. Racetracks, rails, buildings, terrains, and more. Add themes to your existing Toy Box. Let loose a crew of builders on your world. And get pointers, or even a step-by-step tutorial from gameplay hosts.
This is the enemy generator.
All right, take it inside. Now you can create interiors and set up house, hero cave, command center, or whatever you envision. Aside from Toy Box challenges, you can now share creations more casually with connected friends. And share your Toy Box games playing split screen or online. And that's only the beginning. The Disney Infinity Toy Box is forever growing. And with the new 2.0 features, your power to perfect your creations and play harder just got more infinite.
All right. That's a pretty cool video. All right, so before we invite the Toy Box team up on the stage, we have a special treat for everybody and for everybody who's watching from here at home.
That's right. So every great story needs to start with a strong opening, and our team